What do you think makes more money? Flipping on eBay or investing in the stock market? I still side hustle. I still sell a few things on eBay, but I used to hustle like crazy. I used to be out there every day, every weekend, finding on internet, finding stuff to sell on eBay to make a few extra bucks, like most people. Maybe like you, making a few extra bucks. I was at the garage sales. I was at the clearance aisles. I was on Facebook Marketplace. Flipping felt very productive, and I still love to do it. I love the thrill of the hunt, the thrill of finding that special item that's going to triple my money. And honestly, it wasn't until I realized I was only building income and not wealth. I was getting short term. I was getting a couple $100 here and there. But then it hit me. Let me show you what changed. Over 1 month I bought, and we're just throwing basic figures out there. Figures are different. I did more than this, but this is just figures. It was easy for us to comprehend. Over 1 month I bought and sold about $60 worth of stuff on eBay. Most of the time I did a whole lot better than that, but just small numbers for us to comprehend. Sounds small, right? But I spent around 5 hours total doing that. Finding it, buying it, cleaning it, photographing it, listing it, packing it, and shipping it. After fees and materials, might have made $45 on those items. So what's that, $9 an hour? I didn't even make minimum wage in this scenario. But then I asked myself, what if I took that same $60 and put it into something that paid me while I did nothing? Made me think. Because by this time my stock portfolio is doing pretty well, and I started thinking, man, if I'd invested that money instead of buying something to try to sell and waiting for however long it took to sell, man, I'd had possibly this much money. So I actually crunched a few numbers. That's when I started building what I call now my base 15 that we've talked about. 15 simple foundational stocks, no hype, no gimmicks, just proven companies that pay you when you own them. It's our base 15. That's what we've been talking about. I'm talking about companies like Johnson & Johnson and Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble I actually own, and Johnson & Johnson's looking like something I may throw in there. The kind of brands that have been around for decades, that send out dividends like clockwork even in a recession. But here's what blew my mind. If I put that same $60 in a stock that grows 10% annually and reinvests its dividend, that money would become almost $10,000 in 30 years. $10,000. 30 years. So, in essence, me doing the side hustle for $60 and making $45, that's $60 that I spent on those items, theoretically, possibly, could have made me thousands of dollars if I'd have put them in the market for 30 years. I personally don't have 30 years to do that too, but you might. It's something to consider. I spent 5 hours making 45. Or I could have spent 5 minutes clicking buy on a dividend stock, and it'll pay me every quarter for the rest of my life. It's a big difference. $45 once, or something all the time. Most people don't get rich from a single hustle. They build wealth by doing something small consistently and letting time do the heavy lifting. That's what our Slow 15 wealth program is all about. Starting with as little as 15 bucks, starting with what you can do, and the reason we use 15 again is because that's a McDonald's meal. We just skip one meal and we can invest each and every month. We build slow, we let the compound do the rest. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against flipping, and I still do it today. I just don't do it at the scale that I used to. I don't flip today to try to earn me enough to live. I flip today because I enjoy doing it. And we're going to talk about a couple strategies in the next couple videos on how we can kind of do both. So here's your challenge. What could you sell today that could fund the dividend stock for tomorrow? Drop it in a comment. What's your next flip? And if you want to see exactly which 15 stocks I pick for my base 15, hit the subscribe button. And we'll just send them and tell you about them, or go back to one of the videos where we listed them all in one of the strategies. So this video, we just want you to think. We just want you to think, man, I better make sure that flip is worth it. Because I don't know about you, I flip things for $5-10 and I'm cool with it. But what, instead of investing that $100 in $5 items, what if I invested that $100 or 50 of that $100, set 50 aside for that big flip, and 50 into my future, my freedom? This video is about getting you to think about your freedom, your future. Can you physically keep finding stuff for the rest of your life? Or do you have a strategy where you can just sit back in the recliner, go fishing, go on those vacations, enjoy what you love doing, and still get paid? Just something to think about. Not a financial advisor, and these next many videos is I'm not giving financial advice. I'm trying to make you think about the steps that we take in life and what we can do to invest in our future. To take that excuse, well, I have no money to put into the market to invest. Well, we just gave you one example. Don't buy that $5 hat that's going to flip for 10 and you're going to end up making $3 or $4 on it. Put that $5 into a stock. Maybe the Ford that we talked about a couple of videos ago. See you next time.